Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet your Stanley Cup champion Washington Capitals, beginning with goaltender number 1. And if you would, boys, a wave when your name is called. From North Pole, Alaska, a first-time Stanley Cup winner, Phoenix Copley.
Fellas, you've been busy. You can have a seat. You guys are tired. You can have a seat. We'll just ask you to stand and wave when we introduce you. This guy plays his best against the other team's best. He was the Caps' second highest scoring defender in the playoffs. Number 2, Matt Niskanen.
One of the greatest trade deadline acquisitions. One of the greatest trade deadline acquisitions in perhaps a generation. He came here in February. He's a Stanley Cup winner. Number 6, Michael Kempney.
I'm getting the sense these guys like the applause.
I think this is a good thing.
This is a good thing. This hard-hitting Russian defender, he pounded home goals against Columbus and Tampa Bay in the postseason. Number 9, Dmitry Orlov.
He had a lot of big points in the postseason, none more than the primary assist on a game tire in the third period in Vegas. Number 10, Brett Connolly.
Do we get to chug later?
Our time is coming, Joe, believe me.
Well, I think I remember one time. My man, Jake the Snake, he showed me his broadcasting skills on Instagram Saturday after he went top shelf on a breakaway in the cup-winning game. Number 13, Jacob Vrana.
This season began back in Hershey with the Bears before he clawed his way back, and what a role he had on a penalty kill, and he's a first-time Stanley Cup champion, Chandler Stevenson.
He plays to the people. How do you like the handlebar mustache, too?
The handlebar mustache is pretty hot. Yeah, that's nice. That's good.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 3 now in points all-time for the Caps. Number 1 all-time in assists. He played brilliantly and through pain in the playoffs. Number 19, Nicholas Backstrom.
The game-winning goal in Game 5. You might say he has the eye of the tiger. Number 20, Lars Eller.
That guy scored a lot of big goals.
Yes, he did.
A lot of big goals for the Tiger. Folks, in his rookie NHL season, this young man played 50 games, just over 50 in the NHL's regular season. The future's bright for number 22, Madison Bowie.
He scored 7 goals in the postseason, none bigger than in the third period in Las Vegas, setting the stage for Lars Eller. You know him, you love him, number 25, Devante Smith-Pelly.
He's got the belt. He has the belt.
He does.
Man brings the belt with him. John, 2 in a row for me here, all right? A very helpful addition to the defense corps, acquired at the trade deadline. He appeared in 2 playoff games. He had an assist against Columbus. Number 28, Jacob Yarabek. This next man finished up his rookie year in pretty fine fashion. He fit in very nicely as a sidekick for Brooks Orpik. Plenty of seasoning earned for number 29, Christian Djoos.
The juice is loose, as it were. This man won a lot of games down the stretch on the way to a Metropolitan Division championship. Number 31, Phillip Bauer.
In his first full year with the Caps, this hard-working winger hooked up with Nathan Walker for a huge playoff goal in the clincher against Pittsburgh. Number 39, Alex Chason.
Safe to say he had the best season of his life, the most points in a regular season, the most points in a postseason, a Stanley Cup champion, number 43, Tom Wilson.
Folks, he's the elder statesman of the Capitals Club. The father figure, Batya, led the team in playoff plus-minus, had a huge game-winning goal against Vegas. Number 44, Brooks Orpik.
Just days before the regular season came to a close, he walked off the campus at the University of North Dakota, and he came to our nation's capital. Pretty good way to leave college. He's a Stanley Cup champion, number 63, Shane Gersich.
This guy battled through injuries a lot this season. During the regular season, during the postseason. But nobody, no one's going to forget 2 goals in Game 7 against Tampa Bay. Number 65, Andrei Burakovsky.
The most wins by a goaltender in a single postseason in Washington Capitals history. And the good Lord willing, there'll be a statue outside of the arena with the save demonstrated for all time, number 70, Braden Holtby.
Not a bad stop. Not a bad stop. This playmaking center got his feet wet in the NHL this year. He pitched in really well in the clinching game against Pittsburgh. Number 72, Travis Boyd.
You can never have too many Golden Gophers on your team.
I understand that.
Yeah, that's always good to have those guys. Career year in every sense. He is now the all-time leading goal scorer and point getter among Washington defensemen in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Number 74, John Carlson.
And you said these guys didn't know how to take a bow. Come on.
Pretty good at it.
Folks, the Caps power play, almost 30% in the playoffs. This guy kept on scoring huge power play goals all throughout. So much heart, so much hustle. Number 77, T.J. Oshie.
The Stanley Cup. The Stanley Cup goes a lot of places after it's won, but it's going to go somewhere new this summer. How about Australia? How about number 79, Nathan Walker?
Whoa! Whoa! He's going down under! Whoa! That was almost down under. Folks, it's the only man in hockey history to play for a champion in the ECHL, the AHL, and now the NHL. The model of consistently hard work. Number 83, Jay Beagle.
So many times this postseason, the bird was the word. The leading scorer of these Stanley Cup playoffs and one of the best seasons in a postseason of any player in the last 20 years, number 92, given the bird, Evgeny Kuznetsov.
Well, I guess that leaves only one. Over 600 goals. Over 1,000 games. 7 times a scoring champion who just set the Caps record for goals in one playoff season. Ladies and gentlemen, your captain and playoff MVP, number 8, Alex Ovechkin. As you can tell, that was totally unchoreographed. Well done.
Ladies and gentlemen, your coaching staff of the 2018 Stanley Cup champion Washington Capitals. The head coach, Barry Trotz. Associate head coach, Todd Reardon. Assistant coach, Lane Lambert. Assistant coach, Blaine Forsyth. Your director of goaltending, Mitch Korn. And goaltending coach, Scott Murray.
Folks, please let your voices be heard in cheering for the Capitals management team. Senior Vice President and GM, Brian McClellan. Assistant General Manager, Ross Mahoney. Assistant General Manager, Don Fishman.
The Capitals medical staff, head athletic trainer, Jason Service. Massage therapist, Cleo Bates. And assistant trainer, Mike Bowie.
Very nice footwork, very nice footwork. Folks, these are the men given the task of making sure everybody's skates are sharp, their gear fits just right. Head equipment manager, Brock Miles. Assistant equipment manager, Craig Woody Leidig. That's called respect. Equipment assistant, Dave Marin. And equipment assistant, Ray Strasha.
And finally, the operations guys, you don't see them out front, but they mean the world to us. The video coaches, you want to know why we're so good at replays? These guys, Brett Lienhardt. And Tim Ohashi. There is nobody more important from getting us from place to place than our man, and a big round of applause for Rob Tillotson. Strength and conditioning coach, Mark Nemish.
Nice.
Camp Nemo's out of session now, right? And finally, senior writer, my partner on two-man advantage, Mr. Mike Vogel. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2018 Stanley Cup champion, Washington Capitals.